Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Zancho, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, September 14th, 2025. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona and Pacific time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 3 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamana Gata, Diwa Dapati Gata, and Yojino Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1a, offerings, taking the Tisarana and precepts, the Metta chant, and meditation. Part 1b, Adhitthana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing, and sharing. Part 2, Barita chanting, discussions, questions and answers, translations from the prayer book, and some kids are studying Pali prayers from the book. Today's substitute will be Suong. So Suong, please have your prayer books and the correct pages ready and close by. Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1a, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not a part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. Please don't fidget or play around, as it can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly so that others can follow along. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting. Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamana Gata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamana Gata Angira Sasa Unaya Tatahi Siddharam Sio Vajirawa Virodati Jino Metadu Sisake Nilayo Nilathanama Pito Dada Cha Rohida Dhamma cha mandrita nikamin supapasara sadhu Pavasan. Diva dapati kata diva dapati adijo radima pati jantima sanato katio dapati Jai Tapati Brahmano Atha Sapa Mahoratim Puro Tapati Tejasa Tati.
Maylin, you may now take your turn.
Yojino Gata Yojino Aneka Jatiram Sabuddha Dawa Manga Jivitampi Buddhi Mato Alaga Manaso Adasiewa Atikasa Tato Bawam Apuri Sila Bawamatikampi Dasamidio Bayadamagatam Damagati Bagam Namami. Valentine.
Kana sarapati tena dipena damas damsina diloka dipam sambudam pujayami damonudam wala ganda guno betam etam kusuma santatim pujayami munindasa siripata saroruhe.
Adiwasi tu no bandit, aniyam breaka buddha, anokambam upadaya, vetikana tu ultimum. Adiwasi tu no bandit, bojanam breaka buddha, anokambam upadaya, vetikana tu ultimum by one time.
Okada, 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 Kayaka, Wasika, Manoga, Tabadota, Katindo, Apidogo, Piaupa, Zeju, Ajonga, Patama, Tutia, Tatia, Dejun, Najun, Donje Mia, Pia Yatana, Dia Yatana, Tenga Yatana, Yatana, Metumba Dogo, Ayo Ade, Ale Amia, Lasso Moye, Shiko Buzo, Pumio Masho, Gado Bai Ashimpia, Gadoya Do, Ajo Ajam, Abele Ba, Kadomba, Yabishiba, Yantu Milnga Ba, Upetitia Leba, Pietanatia Ngaba Roma, Akakate, Kilo Ninti Period, Matia, Potea, Nepetia Domiaco, Yaba Lo E Ashimpia, Valentine.
Aham pante tisarnena saha nanga sampanagatam upo sata silam tamam yajami anugaham katva silam de tame pante tutiyampi aham pante tisarnena saha nanga sampanagatam upo sata silam tamam yajami Anugaham katva silam de tatme bante tatyampi aham bante tisarne nasaha nawanka sampanagatam upo sata silam tamam yajami Anugaham katva silam de tatme bante amapante Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami Amapante.
Panatipata Puramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Adinadana Puramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Abrahmacharya Puramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Musawada Viramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Sura Meraya Majapamadatana Viramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Viramani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Najagita Wadita Visuka Dasana Malaganda Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusanatana Varamani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Ujjasayana Mahasayana Varamani Sikkhabadam Samadhiyami Metta Sahagatena Cetasa Sabapana Bhutesu Paritva Viharanam Samadhiyami Amapande Valentine Iti piso bhagava arahan sama sambuddho vichachena samano sugado lokavido anuttaro borisa dhamma sarati
Satta Deva Manusanam Bhakto Bhagava
Wakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opaneyiko Bachatam Weditabo Wenyuhe Subati Plano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Uchubati Plano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Nyayapati Pano Bhagavato Saka Sango Samichipati Pano Bhagavato Saka Sango Yaditam Chatari Purisa Yukani Atapurisa Pukala Esa Bhagavato Saka Sango Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Dakineyo Angelikaraniyo Anuttaram Punyakitam Lokasa Valentine's.
Awera Aham Awera Homi Abhyapajo Homi Anigo Homi Suki Adaram Borihara.
Next.
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Adapa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anariya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Winipatika, Havera Hontu, Abya Baja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Suki Adana Pariharantu, Duka Mujantu, Lada Sampadito, Mawikachantu, Kamasaka.
Purimayati Saya, Dakinayati Saya, Pachimayati Saya, Uttarayati Saya, Puritimaya Anisaya, Dakinaya Anisaya, Pachimaya Anisaya, Uttaraya Anisaya, Hatimaya Disaya, Uprimaya Disaya.
Sabe Sata, Sabe Pana, Sabe Bhuta, Sabe Bugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Burisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anariya, Sabe Deva, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vinipatika, Avira Hontu, Avya Paja Hontu, Anika Hontu, Suki Atanam Pariharantu, Dukkha Mutantu, Yada Lada Sampadito Mawikatantu, Kamasaka.
Udam Yawa Pawagacha Ado Yawa Awichito Samata Traka Walesu Yasata Pata Vichara Abhyapata Niweracha Vidukacha Nupadawa Udam Yawa Pawagacha Ado Yawa Awichito Samantatraka Walesuyasata Udakechara Abhyapada Niveracha Nidugacha Nupadawa Udamyawa Bawagacha Adoyawa Awichito Samantatraka
Valesu Yasata Akaze Chara Adya Paja Niweraja Nidukaja Nupadawa.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Chloe, Mei Thun, Suong, Gazanjo, and Sumyape.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is something will always take your attention away, maybe a noise or a pain in the knee, but often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff. Like a monkey jumping here and there, it is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones. Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If you become calm, you become peaceful and happy, you're less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things, you find it easier to focus and learn, you perform better in sports and games, you make better music and art, and you will be more trustworthy. What is the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha meditation aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana meditation aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades do we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected, and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1, when I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2, mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3, feel those muscles completely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, all the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
Imagine you are holding a scanner in your hand.
You are going to scan your whole body from head to toe and from the front to the back. Let's start at the top of our head. Scan down slowly, inch by inch, muscle by muscle, feeling the smooth flow of positive energy. Opening all the energy channels. If you run into any area of block, focus on that area and mentally relax that area. Now try to scan through that area again. You will notice that the area is now open. Scan down further till you get to the tip of your toes. Now you are going to scan your back. Start from your heels, scanning upwards, back of your legs, back of your knees, back of your thighs, back of your hips, your lower back, your upper back, the back of your shoulders, and the back of your neck, back of your head, and finally the top of your head. Now you have successfully finished one cycle of body scanning meditation. Practice another cycle on your own. Once all the energy channels are open, your body will feel very light. It will feel as if you're riding on a calm ocean wave. We are now done meditating.
Dukkha patacani dukkha, bhaya patacani bhaya, sukha patacani sukha, ontu sabbe pipanino.
Ahi vere na verani, samantira kurachanam, avere na cha samanti, esa damo sanantano.
Tapa papasa akana, kusalasa upasabada, jajita puya dapana, veda burana sasana.
Marana me tuam, jivita me atuam, ita me punyam, nibbana sapajayo hotu, imam punya bhagam, sapasatanam bhajema, sadhu, 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 bowing time. It is now part 2 of the Dhamma class, and again, please do not eat anything. However, drinking water is now fine. So we will be starting with program number 1, which is Chant of Iniga Jadi to Jaya Mangala Gajas by Amara Mate Masindi, Suan, Cynthia, Biabala, Chloe, and Theresa.
Mothman, you may take your turn.
Paditra samubada anuloma avijja paccaya sankhara Patriya Vinyanam Vinyana Patriya Namarupam Namarupa Patriya Shala Yadanam Shala Yadana Patriya Basa Patriya Vedana Patriya Dana Patriya Upadana Patriya Bhava Patriya Jadi Patriya Jara Marana Soka Deva Dukha Domana Subhayasa Sambhavati Ewa Medasa Kevalasa Dukha Gajasa Samudayo Hodi Paticca Samuppada Patiloma Aji Avijaya Tveva Asesa Viraga Niroda Sankara Nirodo Vinyana Niroda Namarupa Nirodo Namarupa Niroda Salayatana Nirodo Pasat Niroda Vedana Nirodo Vedana Niroda Dana Niroda Upadana Niroda Bhava Niroda Jati Niroda Jarat Maranam Suka Parideva Dukkha Domana Supayasa Nirujanti Ewa Metasa Kevalasa Dukkha Kandasa Nirodo Hoti Udana Gatha Yadahawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Adabino Jayado Brahmanasa Adasa Ganga Vapayanti Sabha Yado Bhajanati Sahetu Dhamma Yadahawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Adabino Jayado Brahmanasa Adasa Ganga Vapayanti Sabha Yado Gayam Pajayanam Avedi Yadahawe Patu Bhavanti Dhamma Adabino Jayado Brahmanasa Vidubayam Titati Marasena Suryo wa Obasaya Mantalikam
Patana Pacha Yudesa Hetu Pacheo Aramana Pacheo Adipati Pacheo Anantara Pacheo Samanantara Pacheo Sahajata Pacheo Anyamanya Pacheo Nisaya Pacheo Upanisaya Pacheo Uve Chata Pacheo Pacha Chata Pacheo Asevana Pacheo Kama Pacheo Vipaka Pacheo Ahara Pacheo Indriya Pacheo Jhana Pacheo Aga Pacheo Sampayutta Pacheo Vipayutta Pacheo Ati Pacheo Nati Pacheo Vigata Pacheo Avigata Pacheo Ti
Jaya Mangala Gata Mahakaruniko Nato Hitaya Sababaninam Puretwa Parami Sabha Pato Sambodhi Mutamam Etena Sajawajena Soti Deho Du Sabada Jayanto Bodhiya Mule Sajanam Nandi Wadano Ewa mewa jayo tu jaya su jaya mangala.
Aparajita palangke, sise putui pukale. Abhiseke sababudanam, agapato pamotati. Sunagatam sumangalam, subhabatam suhuditam, sugano sumuhuto cha, suyitam brahmacharisu.
Arinda, there is an absent.
We are now moving on to program number 2, which is Basic Buddhism, first by Jewel, Lyra, and Mathe, then by Chloe and Mason D, then by Shintha and Tiffany Noel, then by Sumia Pitt and Linlin, and then by Jiju and Swizin, then by Bia Bala Shingling and Gina Bala, and by Sarah and Alexander, and lastly by the Sincho and Hinlan Al.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Jewel, and my Buddhist name is Indat Bali, which means keeper of energy. I live in Virginia. So today, my dear sister and my dear Dhamma friend will be joining me. So Lyra, please introduce yourself. Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Lyra, and my Buddhist name is Sika Bali, which means keeper of morality. I live in Virginia, so please introduce yourself. Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Mate, and my Buddhist name is Hita Bali, which means good keeper. And I live in Texas, so Jewel, what are we talking about? Today we will be talking about Uposatha. So everybody please listen carefully because we will be asking questions at the end. What is Uposatha? The Pali word Uposatha, Upo in Burmese means observance or fasting. It refers to special days when Buddhists follow specific precepts, such as the 8 or 9 precepts, to focus on spiritual practices like meditation and reflecting on their actions. There are 4 Uposatha days in a lunar month: the full moon, new moon, 8th waning, and 8th waxing. A full moon is where we can see all of the moon. A new moon is where we can see none of it. The 8th waning is 8 days after the full moon. The 8th waxing is 8 days after the new moon. You can find these days on a lunar calendar, but if you're not able to read it, ask your parents to read it for you. Uposatha Day, which is Upone in Burmese, is a day when we practice Uposan, which means to follow the 8 or 9 precepts. So now we'll be asking questions. Rebecca, what does the Pali word Uposatha mean?
The literal meaning is observance or fasting. It also means special days.
That is correct. Cynthia, how often does Uposatha occur?
4 times a lunar month, once on the full moon, new moon, 8th waning, and 8th waxing days.
That's correct. Rebecca, what do we do on Uposatha days?
We meditate or reflect on the 8 or 9 precepts.
That is correct. Cynthia, what? So Cynthia, how can you find Uposatha days?
By checking a lunar calendar or asking someone who can read it.
That's correct. Yeah. So that is all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
It's now
Thank you for listening.
Chloe and Mason D's turn.
Hello, Mangaba. My name is Chloe Chang, and my Buddhist name is Titi Bali, which means keeper of wisdom. I live in Chino Hills, California. So today, my dear Dhamma friend, Mason D, will be joining me. So Mason D, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Mason D. My Buddha name is Loka Bala, which means guardian of the world. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. So Chloe, what will we be talking about today?
We will be talking about Panya. So I'll go first. Please listen carefully because we will be asking some questions at the end. What is Panya? Panya means wisdom in Buddhism. It is the understanding that helps us see things clearly and know the truth about life. With Panya, we learn to make good choices and avoid problems.
Wisdom helps us understand our own feelings and the feelings of others. It teaches us about kindness and how our actions can affect everyone around us.
Buddha believed that developing Panya is important for a happy and peaceful life. The more we learn and grow in wisdom, the better we can handle life's challenges. Panya guides us to live in a way that brings joy to ourselves and those around us. It helps us find the best path to happiness. So now we'll be asking questions. So Mason D, please ask your first question.
So my first question is to Chloe. So Chloe, what does Banya mean in Buddhism?
Banya means wisdom in Buddhism. It helps us see things clearly and understand the truth about life.
Yes, that is correct. So Chloe, please ask your next question.
My next question is to Mason D, and it is, how does wisdom help us?
Wisdom helps us make good choices, understand our feelings, and be kind to others.
That is correct. So Mason D, please ask your next question.
So my next question is to Chloe again. So Chloe, why is Banya important for a happy life?
Banya helps us handle challenges and live in a way that brings joy to ourselves and others.
Yes, that is correct. So Chloe, please ask your last question.
My last question is to Mason D again, and it is, what did Buddha teach about wisdom?
Buddha taught that developing wisdom, which is also Banya, is important for finding happiness and peace in life.
That is correct. So that is all, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching and listening.
Is Shinta, Tiffany, and Noel's turn?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shinta. My Buddhist name is Moka Bali, which means friend keeper. So today my friends Tiffany and Noel will be joining me, so please introduce yourselves.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany. My Buddhist name is Pali, which means peacekeeper. So Noel, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Noah and my Buddhist name is Pala, which means power personality. So Chantal, what are we talking about today?
We will be talking about Manogama, and I will be going first, so please listen carefully because we have questions at the end. What is Manogama? The Pali word Manogama or Manogan in Burmese means actions that happen in the mind. These are thoughts or mental actions that do not involve the body or speech. These mental actions come through what we call the mind door, which is a way of talking about our thoughts and consciousness.
There are 3 bad mental actions we should avoid. 1. Abhija covetousness, wanting to take something that belongs to someone else. 2. Vyapada, ill will, wishing harm or suffering for someone. 3. Micha diti, wrong view, believing things that are harmful or untrue, like thinking actions don't have consequences.
These wrong views include ideas like 1. Denying that there is life after death or that good and bad actions have effects. 2. Believing that actions don't matter or have any consequences. 3. Thinking that life happens by chance or fate without any reason or cause.
By avoiding these bad thoughts, we form good mental actions and we keep our minds healthy and kind. So now we'll be asking questions. So Tiffany, what is your question?
My first question is to Benji, and what is Menokama? Shinta, what is Manokama?
It means actions that happen in the mind.
Yes, that's correct.
My question to Brian is, what are bad mental actions to avoid?
Wanting others' things, wishing harm, and wrong beliefs.
Yes, that is correct.
My question is to Benji, what is an example of a wrong belief? Tiffany, what is an example of a wrong belief?
Thinking actions have no consequences.
That's correct. What is your last question?
My last question is to Brian, and why should we avoid bad mental actions?
To keep our minds healthy and good.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you for listening.
It is now Simya Pit and Lin's turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Simya Pei. My Buddhist name is Chita Bali, which means regarder of mind. Today I'll be joined by my dear Dhamma friend Linlin. So Linlin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello Dhamma class, my name is Linlin, and my Buddhist name is Manopali, which means keeper of minds. So Simya, what are you going to be sharing today?
Today we'll be sharing about kusala. But before we begin, we'll be asking questions in the end, so please listen carefully. Linlin, please start.
What is kusala? Kusala, or kuto in Burmese, means wholesome or good actions that help us grow and bring positive results. A wholesome deed is one that
1. Doesn't harm anyone, including ourselves. 2. Is praised by wise people. And 3. Benefits both others and ourselves.
the 10 kusala deeds include 1. Dana, generosity, 2. Sila, virtue, 3. Bhavana, meditation, 4. Apachayana, showing respect, 5. Vaja, helping others.
6. Bhati Dana, sharing good deeds. 7. Bhati Numodana, celebrating others' good actions. 8. Dhamma Sawana, listening to teachings. 9. Dhamma Desana, teaching Dhamma to others. And then 10. Tijiju Gama, developing correct views.
On the other hand, akusala or akuto in Burmese means unwholesome actions like killing, stealing, lying, and being unkind. So now we'll be asking questions. So Sumipe, can you please ask your first question?
My first question is to Thing Thing, and it is, what does kusala?
Kusala means good action that brings positive results.
That is correct, thank you. So Linlin, please ask your question.
My question to Tenzin is, what makes an action wholesome?
It doesn't harm, is praised by the wise, and helps everyone.
That is correct. So Sumipe, can you please ask your question?
My last question is to Thing Thing. Can you name one kusala deed?
Yes, generosity, dana is one good deed.
That is correct, thank you. So Linlin, please ask your last question.
My last question to Tenzin is, what is the opposite of kusala?
Akusala, which means bad actions like lying or stealing.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Juju and Suizin's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Juju, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means keeper of all human beings. So today, me and my dear Dhamma friend Suizin will be discussing something with the Dhamma class today. So Suizin, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello to my class, my name is Suizin, and my Buddhist name is Wansap Bali, which means keeper of all twos. So Juju, what will we be sharing today?
Today we'll be talking about akusala. So Suizin, could you please start?
Akusala, akuto in Burmese means unwholesome or bad actions. These are actions, thoughts, or speech that cause harm to ourselves or others. Akusala actions come from negative emotions like greed, hatred, or ignorance.
When we do something harmful, just like lying, hurting others, or being selfish, it is considered akusala because it creates suffering. Just like how eating unhealthy food can make us sick, doing unwholesome actions can hurt our minds and lead to unhappiness.
Buddha teaches that we should avoid akusala actions and instead focus on kusala, which means wholesome or good actions. By being kind, honest, and mindful, we help create happiness for ourselves and others. Avoiding akusala leads to a peaceful and joyful life. So now I'll be asking questions. So Juju, can you please ask your first question?
My first question is for Maytun, which is, what does akusala mean?
Akusala means bad actions that cause harm.
That is correct, thank you. And Swizing, could you please ask the next question?
My question is to Grace, and it is, where do akusala actions come from?
They come from greed, hatred, or ignorance.
That is correct. So Juju, can you please ask your last question?
My last question is for Maytun, which is, why should we avoid akusala actions?
They bring suffering and unhappiness.
That is correct, thank you. And Susan, could you please ask your last question?
My last question is to Grace, and it is, what should we do instead of akusala?
We should do kusala, which means good actions.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
It is now Bia Bala, Xingling, and Gina Bala's turn.
Hi, my class. My name is Kevin Hong, and my Buddhist name is Bla, which means power of love. Today, I'll be sharing something to the Dhamma class with my dear friend and brother Xingling and Gina Bla. So, Xingling, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalava. My name is Shinki Ling, and my Buddhist name is Vera Bali, which means brave keeper. I live in Colorado, so Gina Bala, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rain Hong, and my Buddhist name is Jina Bala, which means power of winning. So, Bala, what will we be reading about?
Today, we'll be talking about Loba. And before we begin, can everybody please listen because we'll be asking questions in the end. What is Loba? Loba is a Pali word that means greed or desire. It's like wanting things so much that it becomes harmful. Loba can appear in many ways, such as hoarding, being obsessed with getting more, being stingy, or wanting what others have.
Even being overly careful not to waste things can be a subtle form of loba. Loba makes us hold on tightly to what we want, and when we don't get it, it can turn into anger, dosa, leading to bad action.
To avoid this, we should learn to be more content, santosa, and let go of our desires for material things, kama. We must also be careful not to let strict attachment to rules or rituals block our spiritual growth. So now we'll be asking questions. So, Bala, can you please ask the first question?
Shinki, what does Lobat mean?
Lobat means greed or wanting too much.
That is correct. So, Shingli, can you please ask the next question?
My next question is to Kishin. So, Kishin, how can loba appear?
It can show as hoarding, being stingy, or wanting what others have.
That is correct. So, Gina Bala, please ask your next question.
Shinki, what can loba turn into?
It can turn into anger, dosa, and bad actions.
That is correct. So, Bala, can you please ask the last question?
Gishin, how can we avoid loba?
By being content and letting go of too much desire.
That is correct, and that is all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening.
It is now Sarah and Alexander's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Sarah, and my Buddhist name is Shigapali, which means guild guardian. Today, we'll be talking about something with a Dhamma friend of mine. So, Alexander, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander. My Buddhist name is Ujjvala, which means power of honesty. So, Sarah, what will we be talking about today?
Today, we'll be talking about dosa, and we'll also be asking questions in the end, so everyone please listen carefully. What is dosa? Dosa means feelings like hatred, anger, and ill will. It can show up as dislike, grudges, or even boredom and frustration. Anger can happen easily, especially when we hear something we don't like. There are two main reasons we feel anger.
1. Negative things. Some things in life upset us, but remember, everything changes. Our feelings and thoughts aren't permanent.
2. How we focus. Sometimes we focus too much on the bad and ignore the good. A wise person tries to stay calm and sees the bright side with kindness.
To overcome anger, we can practice loving kindness, compassion, and understanding. If those don't work, it's best to avoid the situation for a while. So we'll now be asking questions. So Sarah, please ask the first question.
My first question is to Alante, and it is, what does dosa mean?
Dosa means feeling like anger, hatred, and ill will.
That is correct. So Alexandra, please ask the next question.
The next question is the theory sound, and it is, what are 2 reasons we feel anger?
Absent.
Okay, the correct answer is negative things happen and we focus too much on the bad instead of the good. So Sarah, please ask your last question.
My next question is to Alante again. It is, how can we overcome anger?
Negative things happen. We can practice lovely kindness, compassion, and understanding.
That is correct. So Alexandra, please ask the last question.
My last question is to Olente and is, what should we do if we still feel angry?
If kindness doesn't help, it is best to step away and calm down.
That's correct. Thank you for listening.
It is now the Zindra and Hela On's turn.
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Kasancho, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a Dhamma friend of mine will be talking about something. So Hina Aung, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hing Long, and my Buddhist name is Sukabala, which means power of happiness. So, Joe, what will we be talking about today?
We will be talking about offering light to the Buddha statue. Everyone, please listen carefully because we will be asking a couple questions in the end. I will start us off. Offering light to the Buddha statue. Buddhists offer light to the Buddha statue as a way to show respect and gratitude to the Buddha. The light represents wisdom, enlightenment, and the teachings of the Buddha. Just like a lamp brightens up a dark room, offering light symbolizes the desire to eliminate ignorance and bring clarity and understanding into our lives.
When Buddhists offer light to the Buddha statue, it's also a way of expressing their devotion and showing their commitment to following the Buddha's teachings. It's like saying, I appreciate your guidance, and I am dedicated to learning and practicing what you taught.
The light can come in different forms, such as oil lamps, candles, or even electric lights. In the Upadana scripture, it is stated that one who offers light to the Buddha and the Sangha will attain 3 benefits: noble lineage, a beautiful and well-formed body, and the possession of great wisdom.
So, offering light to the Buddha statue is a beautiful way for Buddhists to pay homage to the Buddha, seek wisdom, and remind themselves of the path toward inner peace.
That is all, so now we'll be asking questions. So my first question is for Mirinda, which is, why do Buddhists offer light to the Buddha statue?
To show respect and gratitude to the Buddha.
That is correct. Hina Aung, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Su Ong, and it is, what does the light symbolize?
The light symbolizes the light. It stands for wisdom and getting rid of ignorance.
That is correct. So, Davinja, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is for Mirinda, which is, what kinds of lights can be offered?
Candles, oil lamps, or even electric lights.
That is correct. Hina Aung, could you please ask the last question?
The last question is for Su Ong, and it is, what benefits are mentioned in the scriptures for offering light?
Noble lineage, a beautiful body, and great wisdom.
That is correct.
That is all, and thank you for listening.
We're now moving on to program number 3, which is choose the correct one out of the given answers by Hank and Hema.
Hi, my name is Hank, and my Buddhist name is Sutabalat, which means the power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined by my twin sister. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Hima, and my Buddhist name is Hemapali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to the individuals Lyra, Kamapali, Benji, Sandy, Alante, William, Lasanda, Emya, June, and Hazel. To begin with, Lyra, what does Kusalat mean?
Kusala means good actions that bring positive results.
And that is correct. Kamapali, what makes an action wholesome?
It doesn't harm, it is praised by the wise, and helps everyone.
And that is correct. Benji, what is the opposite of Kusalat?
Akusala, which means bad action like lying or stealing.
And that is correct. Sandy, what does Akusala mean?
Akusala means bad actions that cause harm.
You are correct. Alinte, where do Akusala actions come from? Well, they come from greed, hatred, or ignorance.
William, why should we avoid akusala actions?
They bring suffering and unhappiness.
That is correct. Lasanda, what can loba turn into?
It can turn into anger, dosa, and bad actions.
That is correct. Amia, how can we avoid loba?
By being content and letting go of too much desire.
That is correct. June, how can we overcome anger?
We can practice loving kindness, compassion, and understanding.
That is correct. Hazel, what should we do if we still feel angry?
If kindness doesn't help, it's best to step away and calm down.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
We are now moving on to program number 4, which is Answer the Questions 1 by Rebecca and Cynthia.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Rebecca, and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keeper of loving kindness. My sister Cynthia will be joining me, so can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Cynthia, and my Buddhist name is Maga Bali, which means keeper of the milk path. And the individuals we'll be asking today are Alexander, Jewel, Mate, Tenzin, Mayton, Sarah, Chloe, Mason D, Ninita, and Hazel.
Alexander, can you please list the 3 Dipitakas?
1. Vinaya Pitaka, 2. Sutanta Pitaka, and 3. Abhidhamma Pitaka.
That is correct. Jewel, please list the 4 Wazigans.
1. Musawada, lying or false speech. 2. Bisunawaka, slandering or saying bad things to cause trouble. 3. Barusawaka, using harsh or hurtful words. 4. Samba Balapa, talking about useless or silly things or frivolous talk.
That is correct, thank you. Mate, please list the 3 Manogans.
Manogans?
Yes.
Okay. 1. Abija. 2. Wabada. 3. Michadidi.
That is correct, thank you. Tanzin, please list the 3 Dipitakas.
1. Vinaya Pitaka, 2. Sutanta Pitaka, 3. Abhidhamma Pitaka.
That is correct, thank you. Mayton, please list the 4 Wazigans.
1. Musawada. 2. Pisunawaja. 3. Barusawaja. 4. Sampa Balapa.
That is correct. Thank you.
Sarah, please list the 3 Manokan.
1. Abijah. 2. Wapada. And 3. Mija Diti.
That is correct. Chloe, please list the 3 Tipitakas.
1. Vinaya Pitaka, 2. Sudanta Pitaka, and 3. Abhidhamma Pitaka.
That is correct. Cindy, please list the 4 Wasikan.
Number 1, Musawada. Number 2, Bisunawaja. Number 3, Barusawaja. Number 4, Sampabalaba.
That is correct. Ninitan, please list the 3 Manokan.
Number 1, Abijah. Number 2, Wapada. Number 3, Mija Diti.
That is correct. And Hazel, please list the 3 Tipitakas.
Next.
That is all for our program. Thank you for participating.
We're now moving on to program number 5, which is Answer the Questions 2 by the Sinjo.
Hello, Mingala Dhamma class. My name is Lizancho, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, I'll be asking a few questions to the individuals Snowy, Lyra, Sandy, Xinglang, William from Arizona, Maylin, Thirisan, Thing, and Kamapali. So please be ready and prepared. Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Ahem aviro homi, avyapado homi, anigo homi, suki atanam pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Lyra, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama, mata, pitu, awawa, hontu, abya, bada, hontu, aniga, hontu, sukiata, nampari, harantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Sandy, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nyati, mitaja, awara, hontu, abya, bada, hontu, aniga, hontu, sukiata, nampari, harantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Xinglang, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Sabrahmacharya avira hontu, abhyapacha hontu, aniga hontu, sukyatanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. William, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Pali and English.
I don't know the answer.
All right, we'll try again next week then. Maylin, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Aham awero homi, abya bajo homi, anigo homi, sukyatanam pariharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Thirisan, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Sent.
Hopai. Thing, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Natimitaja aveva hontu, abhyapaja hontu, anega hontu, sukiatana pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. In Kamapali, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class? Kama, are you ready? We'll try again next week then. That is all, and thank you for listening.
Now at the end of the Dhamma class, everyone please put your hands together and recite Buddha Sasanam Jiram Take to 2 3 times.
Buddha Sazanam
Chiram Ditatu.
The Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sazanam Chiram Ditatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sazanam Chiram Ditatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu.